For those of you who are wanting to do the satellite data, I wanted to show you a poster that I made about a year ago that shows many of the sites that I've deployed along the coast of California over the past decade. Now, some of them are still running, some of them aren't, and there may actually be even a couple of others that we can pull from. But just from these alone, you can probably find enough area that you could do some really interesting comparisons with satellite imagery. The main thing you'd need to know is when the data I've collected are available. And this poster will tell you at least some of them, some of the availability from some of the sites over the period of time, so that when you're looking at satellite imagery and think you see fog in a certain area, you could then determine whether I have data from that same location and same time period and do a little analysis at that location and see how closely the data I collected match with the data that the satellite would have collected regarding fog. So I'm going to home in on this a little bit. If I can expand this, here we go. So here's the map of California. And you can see I have a couple of sites as far north as Arcata. Now, I only have these data from these for a few years. But you see up here, I have them from 2004. Oh, no, I take that back. Yeah, 2014 and 2015 at Humboldt State University. And that Redwood Creek State Park, which is the dot up here, I have going 2016 and 2017, at least for these months. All right, if you found an image with data in it from up here, for instance, you would determine the dates where the image seems to show fog and not show fog, and then try to pull those same dates and times. Not only the dates, but the times are critical to see if I have data from that same location. You'd have to find the pixel actually where my information is, and I could give you that information, the latitude and longitude of it, and see if the satellite image has that location in it. And then you could do multiple satellite images and see which ones have fog and which ones don't, and compare it to which times I showed that there was fog and which times I showed that there wasn't. So let me keep going down south. That's the northernmost sites that I've had here. Then I have a site here. This is in Santa Rosa, and I have data that extends back from 2014 all the way through 2018. Might even have some more recent stuff, but with the fires and everything, the data from there has been a little bit questionable the past couple of years. But I certainly have it for about 4 years from that site. And then at this site here, is Bodega Marine Labs. That's that dot there. And I have also, I think, four years of data from that site, at least 3, 2014 through 2017. My 2018 either don't have any or it wasn't able to fit it on the graph. Continuing south, I have some data from San Francisco State. That's only 1 year that I have it there, though. Further south, I have data here from Montara Beach, which is a location that is considered one of the foggiest in the state, actually, based upon the satellite imagery that Alicia showed. And from there, I have data for about 4 years, going earlier, 2009, all the way through 2012. I'm sorry, that's CSUMB facilities. Montara, I don't show on here, but that's later. It's actually, I'd say 2012, 2013, Montara. Continuing south, CSUMB facilities is further south. That's what this graph here represents. That's the one that starts 2009, 2012. And I have data coming near CSUMB from 2009 onward. I would say I probably have data almost every year from locations near us. And I have a lot of locations near us here at CSUMB. And you might even be able to get a couple of pixels near CSUMB and compare those with all the data I have from around here, especially over the past couple of years. Continuing further south, I have sites down in Big Sur. You can see those here. I can give you the latitudes and longitudes for those and the dates over which I have the data for those. So this is the Glen Devon Ranch. I have years of data from there. That's kind of South Carmel, North Big Sur. Then Brazil Ranch, which is a little bit, just a tiny bit further south of that. But that's kind of old data, 2010, 2011. And then extending further south, Redwood State Park, Big Creek State Park, going back to 2015 all the way to present. I can fill in a lot of the data here too from this period more recently than what you have here. Also, it's not shown on this graph. I have data from Moss Landing Marine Labs, which is just a bit north of us, plenty from there. And let's see where else. I have data from Lompoc down here that you can see, at least for 2017 through 2019. And I even have data as far south as San Diego, but I only have it for part of 2018 and 2019. This gives you some ideas, and I can supply all the latitudes and longitudes. But these are the sites that would be great to compare to satellite imagery.